All right, parents, good evening. Good evening, parents. My name is Daniel Beatty. I'm the proud principal here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. I want to welcome everyone to our 2021 virtual Discovery Night for our Fine Arts program here in Edgewood ISD. If you want to set out a couple of norms before we get into our actual delivery of our presentation today, we ask that if your mic is not already muted, that you go ahead and mute your mic, that you turn on your cameras if you're so brave enough to do so. We want to make sure that, we get to put, a face to a name, so on and so forth. And we want to make sure that, you feel welcome amongst family here. We would say be aware of your surroundings. This is something that you might be working with right now with your student who's working remotely at home. Students engaged online, and then you got the little brother running across behind them. You got the dog jumping on. But if you have any questions about this whole process, we ask that, you put those questions in the chat. If there's something specifically that you want to make us aware of, please make sure that you put it in the chat, because we are actively monitoring that. And we ask that you use no more than one device, because we want to make sure that we don't have any background noise or anything like that, or any type of reverb coming back from the speakers. But most importantly, we want to make sure that everyone is ready to enjoy a wonderful evening. What you'll see here, ladies and gentlemen, is that our process that we have this evening is going to be done via Zoom. And I know we probably have some parents still coming in right now. And what you'll notice, we'll get to a point within our presentation this evening where we'll actually go out into a breakout session in a breakout room. Within our program here, if you are interested in learning about our performing arts program here at the Fine Arts Academy, the performing arts programs cover theater arts, choir, piano, orchestra, guitar, and dance. So if that's something that you're interested, I ask that you please type in your name, first name, last name, and put a PA. So that lets us know on our end that when we go into our breakout sessions, that we'll put you with that specific group. So again, if you're interested in any one of these programs, we ask that you put either your name or your child's first and last name along with PA. If they're interested in the visual arts programs that we have here, and you say, what are the visual arts? The visual arts programs that we offer here are drawing, we have painting, we have sculpture, ceramics, and we also have photography. If that's something that your son or daughter is interested in participating with us in next year, we ask that you put a VA, first name, last name, and a VA.
Okay.
And also, if you're interested in the career technology programs that we have here, our career technology programs include cosmetology, engineering, welding, and construction. If your child, son, or daughter is interested in any one of these programs, we ask that you put the first name, last name, and that you put a CTE. Again, the purpose of this is once we get to the point where we're going to go out into breakout sessions so we can answer specific questions that you may have, that we can put you with the right group. Here in the Edgewood Independent School District, we want to make sure that we're operating with the vision and mission and our purpose. Our purpose here in Edgewood ISD is to ensure that we graduate all of our scholars who are college and career ready by their expected date of graduation. So we are making a commitment to you parents is that as soon as your son or daughters come onto our campus, that we're going to work hard to make sure that they get the best supports that they need, and most importantly, that we get them graduated and prepared for the next stage in life. Specifically here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, we believe in creating a culture of expectations and academic excellence. We believe that this can be achieved specifically, through our mission, which is that we will graduate our students highly skilled in communication, collaboration, and creative problem solving. These are things that we want to work on a daily basis. So again, when your son or daughter comes home on a daily basis, or they cross the stage, 3 to 4 years, that they're truly going to be ready. Part of that is, again, the #1 outcome is making sure that they're getting ready when they cross that stage, looking great in red, that they're ready for the next stage in life. Talk about our learning outcomes that we have for this evening. First of all, we want to talk about what our campus program overview is. Then we want to do a video showcase. And then we want to work on something, we want to figure out how we can help you decide to get you where you need to be. Give me a minute real quick. All right, sorry about the delay. So here, what we're very proud of here is that we probably have a lot of community members who are what we call generational, that we're fortunate that we have sons and daughters here that are in the hallways here, that maybe that you, the parent, or maybe the aunt or uncle or the grandparent attended here, what we call Edgewood High School. We're very good about illustrating, letting our parents know, about the history that happened here in Edgewood ISD, specifically in Edgewood High School. We talk about, we want to make sure our students are aware that on May 19th, 1968, we had a group of students who were concerned about the things that were happening here within their campus, and they took it upon themselves, to voice their opinion. And that was a role that our student body here played during the Chicano movement in 1968. And then we move fast forward, over 20 years. And then October 2nd, 1989, we had the Edgewood versus Kirby, where we looked at equalized funding. And the reason why we can't forget about these pieces is it's how we're trying to, equalize, the education for all of our students from K all the way through 12 to make sure when they leave us that they are truly prepared. And part of that is that we want that our students are aware that we respect the past, and that most importantly, that we make our own history, because we want to make sure that we're not settling, that our students aren't settling, and that we're not settling in our commitment towards your son or daughter. And again, because we want them to be outstanding. So what we have here, this is a breakdown of some of our team here at Fine Arts Academy. You often hear that it takes a village to raise a child, and the same thing can be said when it comes to operating a school. To meet the varied and unique needs of your students and our students that we have. I'm proud to work alongside an amazing team. People that you see here listed on the screen, we have Ms. Guerra on the top left, who is our campus assistant principal. You have Ms. Rodriguez, who is our campus instructional coach. Ms. Luna is our counselor who serves all grade levels. Ms. Hernandez is our parent liaison. And there are other key members who are maybe not pictured here, which include our social worker, Ms. Martinez and Mr. Romero. In addition, we have Ms. Southwick, who is our campus special ed facilitator. As I mentioned, that it takes an amazing group of people to make these things happen on a daily basis, and I'm lucky that they're a part of my team. So here's just some basic background here in the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. Our mascot is the Red Raiders. Here we are a innovation school who are going to be focused on the fine arts. And beginning next year, we will be starting our first round of our 4 full years of students, where we'll be celebrating, honoring students, 9 through 12. Our instructional hours currently are 8:30 to 3:20. And we have someone here also that, that'll end the day at 4:30. So this is what we're committing to our students right now. Based on that will dictate that we're going to need for the fall of 21 into the spring of 22, we can look at making some adjustments, definitely. So we're talking about why be a fine arts innovation zone. So the next slides will provide you will be an overview of the endorsements that are offered here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. The introductory slides, pictures illustrates the programs that are be offered here as students are coming in as freshmen, or if they're continuing as sophomores and juniors. But do know that fine arts has been shown to increase test scores across every subject area, lower dropout rates, and close the achievement gaps regardless of the socioeconomic status. Fine arts also provide learners with non-academic benefits such as promoting self-esteem, motivation, aesthetic awareness, cultural exposure, social harmony, and appreciation of diversity. Allow me to stress that all 3 high schools have the same goal in mind: to graduate all scholars by their expected date of graduation. However, we are very confident here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy that this will be the school of choice that will provide you the foundation for your son or daughter to be successful and to pursue any and all of their future goals. So part of that is that I know we have varied audience here within our community. So we have kids as early as pre-K, and we have students in elementary, middle school, and high school. Our fine arts in the Edgewood Independent School District, we have our sister campuses, the ones we are working directly with. We have Stafford Elementary. From there, they would go to Rand Middle School, and they would end up with us here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. Coming into the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, we talked about the fine arts programs that we offer here. Within the technical side of it, within our performing arts, we have technical arts, we have technical theater, we have theater. Within our performing arts, we have choir, we have orchestra, we have piano, we have guitar. And what you see are some pictures here of our students actually in action in some of the facilities that we offer here. We offer dance. That's a picture of our studio. What you see, some of our students have performed in the past on stage. And part of it is making sure that we meet the needs and the interests of our students, okay? Our visual arts, we have drawing, we have painting, sculpture, ceramics, photography. So there's an opportunity for your son or daughter to excel in those opportunities, to set that as a foundation, whatever it is that they want to become by the time they graduate, that the fine arts will be a good opportunity to do so. And looking at that is talking about why choose our campus and what type of partnerships are we currently creating. We have a wonderful working partnership with the Tobin Center, where we have an opportunity for our teachers to have wonderful professional development, but also opportunities for our students to work behind the, behind the curtain, behind the screen of things that are happening. But also what we have pending some up-and-coming partnerships is with the Classical Musical Institute here in San Antonio. Something to make sure that our students who are committed to the fine arts and orchestra and choir, that we can continue to support that, to bring in those additional experts to service your son or daughter. But also we're working with the San Antonio Mariachi Academy to bring back that spirit back here in Edgewood, within our culturally speak, to make sure that we can empower our students within the love of the mariachi, which we have in the elementary and middle school. We want to make sure we can continue that outlet at the next level. So we talk about what's next. Well, we are true believers. If you build it, they will come. This campus, at one time used to have a beautiful, wonderful, ballet folklorico and mariachi organization and full-time students involved within their classes in the program. And that's what we want to make sure that we're committing to. So I want to let you know that your son or daughter who is experiencing these programs at the elementary, but also in the middle school, that's something that we definitely want to continue to hear at the next level. So what we want to now shift over is talk about what are our CTE programs that we have here. Yes, we are a fine arts focused, track here at the high school, but in addition, we have career and technology programs. So we'll talk about some of the opportunities that your son or daughter will have here. So we have the vertical alignment here. There are 3 different high schools within our school district, and what we have circled here is a performing arts or a fine arts zone. Specifically, what we service here, we have carpentry, we have cosmetology, we have welding, we have engineering. Our goal is to make sure that we introduce our students. What you see, these are our students, these are our labs of some of the great things that are happening here. We can't have, it's no longer cosmetology, it's an all-girl type of program. We have wonderful young men, as you can see. We have Mr. Garcia here on our left on our top doing a wonderful job, engaging students on things that interest them. And that's the connection that we hope to make with you, our potential students and our continuing students, is figuring out what it's going to make you feel excited about becoming a better you. So when you cross the stage, you have a solid prepared level of preparedness for college and beyond. So the areas that we focus on, we talk about technology, talking about cosmetology. Shifting over to our next one, we have STEM and engineering. Again, we have some wonderful students here, but it goes just beyond, building robots. It's about understanding the coding aspects, making sure we have our solar vehicle that you see here on the top right-hand side there, where our students did a wonderful job in competition. We have a wonderful group of students who are committing to become the best person they can possible, but again, using the engineering route. As you can see, these are some of the focuses that we'll have here, introduction to engineering design, computer integrated manufacturing, robotics. We have wonderful facilities here. We have committed teachers who are trying to make sure that we truly inspire your son or daughter to get to the next level. Welding, again, a wonderful program. We are very fortunate the district has made the commitment to invest the monies to build these types of programs so your son or daughter can learn these skills. So by the time they graduate, they're on a track to make a good amount of money. Again, we see our students every day. Hey, my dad or my grandfather is a welder. Awesome. So you should be able to excel in class. So again, taking that excitement that they come to us as freshmen, we want to make sure that they can continue to do well. Construction. So again, construction is another opportunity. I do want to stress, we have young ladies who are in our welding program. We have young ladies who are in our construction program. Okay, successful is gender neutral. Whatever it is that it's going to take to make sure that you stay committed to be in high school, to get you to the next level, that's what we are doing here. Now, what you see here is a panoramic view of our wonderful performing arts theater. This is where we're able to showcase the skills and talents of our thespians and our people within our choir and our orchestra. It's a beautiful facility, and we thank the community for committing to continue to support that. But what I do want to do is, rather than hear it directly from me, I'd rather you hear it from some of our students and some of our teachers. So I'll be sharing a video with you in 3, 2, 1. Just to clarify, as we're watching this, pictures and videos and pre-photos of visual fine arts. So parents, what you got there was just a little bit of taste of what we have here. So it's better that you saw it in action. So you can see students really engaged in the work that's being done. So I appreciate all the time and the commitment that the students get putting those pieces together. As we mentioned in the beginning, that we are going to go into breakout rooms. So hopefully, just a reminder, what we said, if your son or daughter is interested in attending our campus next year in the performing arts strand, and these are the courses that or the focuses that they would have, it's going to be theater arts, choir, piano, orchestra, guitar, and dance. If that is something that your son or daughter is interested in, again, we ask that you put your first name, last name, and a PA so we can assign you to the correct breakout room. Again, first name, last name, and PA for performing arts. If they're interested in the visual arts, which is drawing, painting, sculpture, ceramics, and photography, if that's what they're interested in, again, first name, last name, and put a VA. If they're interested in one of our CTE programs, which we offer, which are cosmetology, engineering, welding, or construction, again, we ask you put your first name, last name, CTE, and we'll put you out in, so we can get you in the correct breakout session. So we want to make sure that Ms. Rodriguez, who's also co-facilitating this with me, in about less than a minute, you will be pulled from this general room that this general session that we are currently in. It's going to put you into one of our breakout rooms. So if you're not sure which one you're interested, if you haven't put that on, I'll stay on here to answer any questions that you may have, then we can put you in the correct breakout room. But again, you'll have some teachers who are there waiting to speak to you, a couple students there to answer any questions that you have. Again, this is an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you have. If it's something specific about the program, please share it with them. But if it's something specific for me, then please let me know and place it in the chat, and we'll get you taken care of. So, Ms. Rodriguez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, and parents, I apologize. Sometimes, we are even in meetings ourselves and they put us in breakout sessions and we're having a great conversation. It's just like ripping off a Band-Aid, and I know there's still more things that we need to talk about. So again, I appreciate everyone who attended a breakout session. Hopefully you got some valuable information. I know it's never going to be enough information on what you need to make sure that you make the best decision for your son or daughter, because we know it's very important. But if there's something specific that you want to know beyond maybe what was discussed in the previous slides, or something was communicated with the instructors, then please put it in the chat. We'll definitely go through this, and what we'll do is answer any questions. We'll do an FAQ from some of the things that you presented or some of the questions that you have. We want to make that information available to you. So we'll go ahead and continue as we... So the thing is, so part of it is trying to articulate in a way that you understand as a parent, student, is that, you have multiple choices. So we want to make sure that we provide you the best information possible. Because at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, students have the ability to choose to follow an advanced academic track, which includes pre-AP courses, AP courses, on-ramps classes, and possibly dual credit courses as well. In order to support students as they work towards academic excellence, we have support systems in place to guide the students as they navigate through their courses. Because during this time of distance learning, we know it's difficult, and we're trying to do the best possible because we know we have students who are working remotely, we have students here on campus, and we want to increase the degree of what, for lack of a better word, normalcy. What you see here is a breakdown of some of the clubs and organizations that we offer. To that end, we want the students to be involved in clubs and organizations. You can see that we have a vast selection. But if there's something that's not listed here that your son or daughters maybe participated in elementary school, continued in middle school, but they don't see it here and it fits, whether it fits or not, this is where we tell our students where you can be you. If there's something that's not on this list that you definitely want to be part of, then be that go-getter, be that student leader, say, hey, Mr. Pena, I am choosing your school. I'm choosing to feel that you are my pathway for me to get to the next level, but I would love to start this club or organization. Let's make it happen. If your scholar wants to play sports, okay, that's something we've got to figure out too. And that's where a lot of times students get confused. Well, I want to go to Kennedy. I want to go to Memorial. Great schools too also. But keep this in mind. I don't have Friday night lights. The Friday night lights that I have are the bright lights that come out on the stage when our thespians come out and perform, or our orchestra or choir, are showing their skills as well. Okay, but we don't offer sports here. However, if you're interested in playing football, basketball, golf, whatever it is, you want to be in cheer, you want to be in marching band, then you can still come to our school, but participate in those particular programs at Memorial. Now, if that's something you're just like, what do you really mean, sir? It's like, well, depending on where you're going to elementary school would dictate normally what high school you would go to geographically speaking. Now, understand we are an open enrollment school district, meaning that you can live right across the street from Kennedy and come to my school and you'll be fine. But if you're wanting to play sports, then it's going to be based upon where, you live closer geographically to Kennedy or Memorial. So please, I want to stress that, guys, because myself as an ex-teacher and, a coach at Kennedy High School and a product of Kennedy High School, I get it. I went to Kennedy, my dad went to Kennedy. All of my dad's side of the family, they bled green. And that's, I understand the loyalty, but the loyalty that you'll get from us here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy is that we're going to help your son or daughter be the best them that they can be to make sure they can get to the next level. So part of it is talking about, what is in my role as a parent? What is it that I can do? What can I do to make sure that my son or daughter gets all the support that they need? Understand is that, and when they come to high school, this is when they need you the most. I too want to make sure that I'm looking at how I operate, the campus as instructional leader, the principal, through the lens of a parent, because we are going to look out for your son or daughter just as if they're our own son or daughter. We want to make sure that they get the best opportunities. We want to make sure that these 3 or 4 years that they're going to spend with us are going to be very important and stimulating. And I know it's difficult right now because of COVID, and we're working with some of our student leaders to make sure that we can, replicate some of those things for them to be successful. But again, as a parent, these 3 or 4 years are going to go by fast. And in the blink of an eye, you're like, oh, I can't wait. Que mi hijo, they're going to go to college. Yes, that's our goal. But we want to make sure that you are part of that process. So get involved. We need parent volunteers. We showed one of the earlier slides where we had Ms. Hernandez, who is our parent liaison. Please reach out to her. Stay engaged and stay online. Follow us, making sure that you follow up with your son or daughter on Parent Portal to get all the things that they need. We have wonderful resources that are available. If you're receiving them in middle school, if you're receiving them elementary, those services and support are still available. Just because you change campuses doesn't mean our commitment is going to change to you. The district does an amazing job of providing resources to the students and family. The district has the Officer Regina Reed Center that supports family with food, clothing, household items, and even assistance with essential bills. There are opportunities for parents to take classes and to be involved in with committees while within the district. So please contact Ms. Hernandez if this is something that you're interested in. So we want to brag a little bit about things that are happening here. What we have is that we have opportunities for our students to get involved. We have wonderful success rates with our cosmetology program. We do an excellent job with our theater arts program. We do an excellent job with our CT components. But the biggest thing is that we've got to figure out is that how do we get you here? That's what we've got to figure out, is what it's going to make it possible for you to say, I see myself at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. When we get into that whole zone of, the zone of that when you're an elementary student, that we're going to provide that foundation, that level of success at Stafford Elementary, you're going to continue down the road at Brent Middle School and ultimately end up here. Where we can use the visual arts, performing arts, CTE as a foundation for you to be successful. Because understand, you don't necessarily have to go to a medical or type of high school that offer that classes. If you want to be a doctor, you love to draw, come and have that be your foundation to get you to the next level. Because our goal is to make sure that you are truly prepared. Part of that process is making sure that that there is an online registration process going on right now. Shout out to our parents who came by already and did the enrollment that we had, in the front of the school. But we ask that you reserve your seat right now, because there's open enrollment that's going on right now. Then we ask that you log on to make sure at www.eisd.net/enrollment. There you'll have an opportunity to enroll and reserve your seat for next year. If you need assistance with any of that process, we ask that you contact the school. And we have different methods in our different platforms. That is our website, that is our Facebook, and that is our Twitter. What I felt to include here is that we also have a new phone number, and I'll share that with you also. It's going to be 210-898-4200. Again, that's 210-898-4200. So again, guys, if there's some level of communication that you want, please let us know. We want to make sure that you get the message across. So, intended learning outcomes that our goals were for today is that we wanted to talk about our program overview that we offer here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy. We showcase some of the things and the skills and abilities of our students with the video showcase. But also we try to come up with a way to help you decide that, we know it's difficult. As a parent, as a student, we're talking about your future. And whatever decision you make, we know it's going to be difficult. We want to be the campus of choice that's going to help you get there. We understand, every day it's a different struggle. It's here, am I going there? Am I going up? Is it up? Is it down? What we want to make sure is that you reach that crossroad in the next step of your academic pathway, that you're going to choose the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, because hopefully the interaction that you had with the students and the teachers, knowing that, hey, this is a place where we can make it happen. We've got to understand that we can't do it alone. We need our parents involved. We need our students committed. We make a commitment to you that we can definitely make it happen to help your son or daughter achieve their dreams. And here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, what we've got to figure it out is that where is that missing piece? That missing piece is you. And if you're not sure if you fit in there, in that piece right there, then let us help you understand that we can help you get to that next level. So we appreciate everyone with your time this evening. We know that the decision is hard to determine what campus that your son or daughter should go to, because there's no looking back. But we're going to be partners with you in this next step, and understand we're going to be with you every step of the way. And guys, on behalf of myself, Mr. Pena, the principal here at the Edgewood Fine Arts Academy, all my wonderful teachers who were with us this evening, all my wonderful students who participated, Mr. Rodriguez helping me out, people who participated and checked in. You've got to understand it's a family coming together to help your son or daughter be the best they can be and achieve the next step. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll be closing the session. We'll keep it open for a few more minutes. Let me look at the clock. We have 6:44. We'll keep it open for about another 4 more minutes. In case you have any questions, ask that you put that in the chat, because once we're done, we'll go through this information to make sure we get all this taken care of. So again, students, whether you're at Brentwood, if you're at Gus Garcia, you're at Wren, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall of 2021 and taking that next step to be the great leader. You guys enjoy your evening. It's been an honor.